August 6, 1945, 8:15 a.m. Hiroshima, Japan. A clear summer morning. 340,000 people go about their daily routines in a city that has, remarkably, been largely untouched by the strategic bombing that has devastated other Japanese cities. Some wonder why. Most are simply grateful. At 31,000 feet above the city, a B-29 superfortress named Enola Gay releases a single bomb. It's unlike any weapon used in warfare before, a uranium-based atomic bomb nicknamed Little Boy, containing the explosive power of 15,000 tons of TNT. For 43 seconds, the bomb falls through clear sky. At 8:45 a.m., at 1,900 feet above the city, it detonates. The temperature at ground zero reaches several million degrees. Everything within a mile radius is vaporized instantly. A blinding flash of light is followed by a massive shockwave traveling faster than sound. Buildings disintegrate. Fires ignite across the city. A mushroom cloud rises 40,000 feet into the sky. In an instant, approximately 80,000 people are dead. By year's end, radiation sickness will push the death toll to 140,000. 3 days later, on August 9th, a second atomic bomb falls on Nagasaki, killing another 70,000. 6 days after that, Japan surrenders unconditionally. World War II ends. The atomic age begins. This is the story of the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the most controversial military decision in history, the weapons that ended the deadliest war, and the moment humanity gained the power to destroy itself. The atomic bombs dropped on Japan are the culmination of a secret scientific effort unprecedented in history. In 1938, German scientists discover nuclear fission. Splitting uranium atoms releases enormous energy. Physicists immediately understand the military implications. A chain reaction could release energy equivalent to thousands of tons of conventional explosives. An atomic bomb is theoretically possible. In August 1939, Albert Einstein, prompted by fellow physicists Leo Szilard and Eugene Wigner, writes to President Franklin Roosevelt warning that Germany might develop atomic weapons. If Nazi Germany gets the bomb first, the war could be lost. Roosevelt authorizes research. After Pearl Harbor, the effort intensifies. In August 1942, the Manhattan Project officially begins under the Army Corps of Engineers. Major General Leslie Groves commands. J. Robert Oppenheimer, a brilliant theoretical physicist, leads the scientific team. The scope is massive. 3 secret cities built from scratch, 130,000 people employed at peak cost, $2 billion, roughly $30 billion today. More than the entire U.S. aircraft industry spent during the war. Sites at Oak Ridge, Tennessee, uranium enrichment. Hanford, Washington, plutonium production. Los Alamos, New Mexico, bomb design. The secrecy is extraordinary. Workers don't know what they're building. Even Vice President Harry Truman doesn't know about the project until he becomes president after Roosevelt's death in April 1945. 2 bomb designs are pursued. Little Boy, uranium bomb, **, gun-type design. Fires one piece of uranium into another, simple, but requires highly enriched uranium-235, never tested before use. Uranium enrichment is the project's main bottleneck. Fat Man, plutonium bomb, implosion design. Conventional explosives compress plutonium core, more complex, but more efficient. Tested at Trinity Site, New Mexico, July 16, 1945. Creates world's first nuclear explosion. Trinity test, July 16, 1945. At 5:29 a.m. in the New Mexico desert, the first atomic bomb detonates. The explosion equals 22,000 tons of TNT. Light is visible 200 miles away. The shockwave is felt 100 miles distant. A mushroom cloud rises 7.5 miles high. Oppenheimer, watching the test, recalls a line from Hindu scripture: "Now I am become death, destroyer of worlds." The bomb works. The question now is, will it be used? By summer 1945, Japan's defeat is inevitable, but not imminent. The strategic situation. Germany surrendered May 8th. The European war is over. Japan fights on. Despite losing the Philippines, Iwo Jima, Okinawa, strategic bombing has devastated Japanese cities. Naval blockade is strangling Japan's economy. The Soviet Union will enter the war against Japan in August, but Japan shows no signs of surrendering. The military controls the government. The concept of unconditional surrender is unacceptable, especially if it threatens the emperor, considered divine. Operation Downfall. U.S. military planners prepare for invasion of the Japanese home islands. Operation Olympic, November 1945. Invasion of Kyushu. Operation Coronet, March 1946. Invasion of main island Honshu. Advance on Tokyo. Projected casualties. Estimates vary wildly, but range from 250,000 to over 1 million American casualties. Japanese casualties, military and civilian, could exceed 10 million. The battles of Iwo Jima and Okinawa demonstrate what invasion will cost. Japanese fight fanatically. Civilians commit suicide rather than surrender. Kamikaze attacks inflict heavy naval casualties. The closer to Japan, the more desperate the resistance. President Truman's dilemma. Harry Truman, president for only 3 months, faces an impossible decision. His options. Option 1. Conventional invasion. Cost. Hundreds of thousands to over 1 million American casualties. Timeline. War continues into 1946. Japanese casualties. Millions of military and civilian deaths. Political problem. How to justify this cost when alternatives exist? Option 2. Continue blockade and bombing. Cost. Thousands of Japanese deaths monthly from starvation and bombing. Timeline. Uncertain. Months or years. Risk. Japanese never surrender, or Soviet Union invades from Manchuria and occupies Japan. Political problem. Criticized for prolonging war unnecessarily. Option 3. Demonstrate the bomb. Show Japan the weapon's power without using it on a city. Risk. The bomb might not work properly, strengthening Japanese resolve. Problem. The US has only 2 bombs ready. Wasting one on demonstration is risky. Japanese might claim demonstration is a fake, or that US has only 1 bomb. Option 4. Use the atomic bomb on Japanese cities. Shock Japan into immediate surrender. Avoid invasion casualties. Demonstrate weapon to Soviet Union. Growing Cold War concern. Cost. Massive Japanese civilian casualties. Moral problem. Deliberately targeting civilians with unprecedented weapon. Truman authorizes use of atomic bombs on Japanese cities. His reasoning: end the war quickly, save American lives that invasion would cost, potentially save Japanese lives if invasion is avoided, demonstrate to the world, especially the Soviet Union, that the US possesses this weapon. A target committee selects cities based on criteria: military or industrial significance, large enough to demonstrate the bomb's power, not heavily damaged by previous bombing, to clearly show atomic bomb's effects, psychologically significant to Japan cities considered: Hiroshima, Kokura, Niigata, Nagasaki, Kyoto, Japan's ancient capital, is removed from the list by Secretary of War Henry Stimson, who recognizes its cultural importance. Final targets. Hiroshima, primary. Kokura, secondary. Nagasaki, tertiary, August 6, 1945. 2:45 am. Asterisk 3B-29s take off from Tinian Island in the Marianas. Enola Gay carries little boy. 2 observation planes accompany it. 7 o'clock asterisk, whether reconnaissance aircraft report clear skies over Hiroshima. 8:09 asterisk, Enola Gay begins its bombing run. The city is visible below, buildings, streets, people starting their day. Hiroshima is home to 340,000 to 350,000 people. It's a significant military headquarters. The 2nd Army Headquarters and 5th Division are based there. It's also a major port and industrial center. But it's also a city of civilians, families, children, elderly. 8:15, 17 am asterisk. Little boy is released from 31,000 feet. 8:15, 45 am asterisk. The bomb detonates at 1,900 feet above the city. Nuclear fission creates an explosion equivalent to 15,000 tons of TNT, 15 kilotons. The fireball reaches temperatures of several million degrees, hotter than the surface of the sun. Everything within a mile radius vaporizes. People simply cease to exist, leaving only shadows burned into concrete. Ground zero, within 1,000 feet. Complete vaporization, reinforced concrete buildings, reduced to rubble, humans evaporate, leaving shadows on walls, metal melts. Glass fuses zero point 0.5 to 1 mile. Massive fires ignite instantly. Buildings collapse from blast wave. Most people killed instantly by heat and blast. Those who survive initial blast suffer severe burns and injuries 1 to 2 miles. Severe burns and injuries. Buildings heavily damaged, fires spread rapidly, many deaths from flying debris and burns beyond 2 miles. Varying damage, depending on shielding, flash burns on exposed skin, broken windows, collapsed buildings, radiation exposure. Effects emerge later. Fires ignite across the city. Wind patterns create a firestorm that consumes everything combustible. The fires burn for days. Rescue efforts are nearly impossible. First responders are dead or injured. Fire equipment is destroyed. Water mains are ruptured. Immediate deaths. Approximately 70,000 to 80,000 by December 31st, 1945. 140,000 dead from burns, injuries, and radiation sickness. Survivors. Hibakusha suffer horrific injuries. Burns cover bodies. Radiation sickness causes hair loss, bleeding, organ failure. Medical facilities are overwhelmed or destroyed. Doctors and nurses are dead or injured. Confusion reigns. Communications from Hiroshima are cut off. Tokyo receives reports of a massive explosion, but details are unclear. When reconnaissance aircraft fly over, they report the city has ceased to exist. August 7th, 8. The Japanese government debates what happened. Reports are fragmentary. Some military leaders suspect an atomic bomb, but confirmation is difficult. President Truman announces the bombing publicly. 16 hours ago, an American airplane dropped one bomb on Hiroshima. If they do not now accept our terms, they may expect a rain of ruin from the air, the like of which has never been seen on this earth. But Japan's Supreme War Council is deadlocked. 3 members favor surrender, 3 favor continuing the war. The military argues that Japan must fight on. Surrender is unthinkable. The emperor's safety cannot be guaranteed under unconditional surrender. August 8th, the Soviet Union declares war on Japan and invades Manchuria. This shocks Japanese leadership more than Hiroshima. The hope of Soviet mediation for negotiated peace evaporates. August 9th, while Japanese leaders debate, the U.S. prepares the second bomb. August 9, 1945. 3:49 am, B-29 boxcar takes off from Tinian carrying Fat Man, the plutonium implosion bomb. The primary target is Kokura. Nagasaki is the backup. 9:44 am, boxcar arrives over Kokura. The city is obscured by clouds and smoke from firebombing of nearby Yawata the previous day. After 3 passes with no visibility, the aircraft diverts to Nagasaki. Nagasaki is home to 240,000 to 260,000 people. Like Hiroshima, it has military significance, the Mitsubishi shipyards and armaments factories, but it's also Japan's historic Christian center, home to thousands of Japanese Catholics. The city sits in valleys between hills, which will partially contain and redirect the blast. 11:02 am, due to cloud cover, the bombing is conducted by radar. The bomb is released, but visual aiming is impossible. Wind causes drift. The bomb detonates over the Urakami Valley, away from the intended aiming point. Fat Man yields 21 kilotons, more powerful than Little Boy, but the hilly terrain contains the blast. Damage is severe, but more localized than Hiroshima. Ground Zero is the Urakami Cathedral, the largest Catholic church in East Asia. It's obliterated along with the parishioners inside. The valleys and hills create complex blast patterns. Some areas suffer total destruction, while nearby neighborhoods, shielded by hills, sustain less damage. Immediate deaths, 40,000 to 50,000 by December 31, 1945. 70,000 dead. The death toll is lower than Hiroshima due to terrain and the bomb detonating away from the city center. But the horror is identical: vaporization, burns, radiation sickness, destroyed families, overwhelmed medical care. August 10th. Emperor Hirohito breaks the deadlock in the Supreme War Council. For the first time, the emperor directly intervenes in policy. He declares Japan must endure the unendurable and surrender. But even now, the decision is conditional. Japan demands that the emperor's sovereignty be preserved. August 10th, 14th. Negotiations continue. The US agrees the emperor can remain, but subject to the Supreme Allied Commander. Hardline Japanese military officers plan a coup to prevent surrender and continue the war. The coup fails. August 15th, 1945. Noon, for the first time, ordinary Japanese hear their emperor's voice on the radio. Hirohito announces surrender in formal language most can barely understand, but the meaning is clear. The war is over. World War II ends. The atomic bombings immediately spark debate that continues today. Arguments for the decision. 1. Saved lives. Avoided Operation Downfall invasion. American casualties avoided. 250,000 to 1+ million Japanese casualties avoided. Millions of military and civilian deaths. Every day the war continued, thousands died in China, Southeast Asia, from bombing, starvation too. Ended the war quickly. Invasion would have prolonged war into 1946. Mori Japanese would have died from continued conventional bombing, and starvation. Soviet invasion of Japan would have resulted in partition, like Germany and Korea. 3. Demonstrated the weapons horror. Made future nuclear war less likely by showing its effects. Led to nuclear deterrence and relative peace between superpowers. 4. Military necessity. Japan showed no willingness to surrender. Alternative was continued devastating conventional warfare. The bomb was a weapon of war, not qualitatively different from firebombing. Arguments against the decision. 1. Moral objection. Deliberately targeted civilians. caused unnecessary suffering, radiation sickness, used an indiscriminate weapon of mass destruction, violated principles of just war and proportionality too. Japan was already defeated. Naval blockade was strangling Japan. Conventional bombing was devastating cities. Soviet entry into war. August 8th would have forced surrender. Japan was seeking surrender terms through Soviet mediation. 3. Alternatives existed. Technical demonstration could have shown the bomb's power, warning with time to evacuate, target military installations rather than cities. Wait for Soviet entry into war, modify unconditional surrender terms. Regarding Emperor. 4. Racism. Would the US have used atomic bombs on Germany? Japanese seen as less human, more acceptable targets. Revenge for Pearl Harbor influenced decision. 5. Diplomatic motivation. Primary goal was to intimidate Soviet Union, not defeat Japan. Beginning of Cold War arms race demonstration of American power to shape post-war order. The Truman administration's defense. Truman never expressed public regret. He maintained, the decision saved countless lives. Japan was warned. Potsdam Declaration. Hiroshima and Nagasaki were legitimate military targets. The bombs ended the war, justifying their use privately. Some scientists and military leaders expressed reservations. General Dwight Eisenhower later said he believed Japan would have surrendered without the bombs. Admiral William Leahy called the bombings barbarous. Many Manhattan Project scientists signed petitions against using the bomb on cities without warning. The historical consensus, historians remain divided. Some argue the bombs were necessary to end the war quickly. Others argue Japan was on the verge of surrender and alternatives existed. Most agree. The decision was incredibly difficult with no good options. Truman genuinely believed it would save lives. The bombs achieved their immediate objective. Ending the war, the moral questions remain unresolved. August 15, 1945. The war ends, but the atomic age begins. The bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki introduce humanity to a new era, one where total annihilation is possible. The Cold War nuclear arms race follows directly from August 1945. By the 1960s, the US and Soviet Union possess enough nuclear weapons to destroy human civilization multiple times over. Yet paradoxically, the horror of Hiroshima and Nagasaki may have prevented nuclear war. No nuclear weapon has been used in warfare since August 9th, 1945. The images of those mushroom clouds, the stories of Hibakusha survivors, the understanding of radiation sickness, these create a taboo against nuclear use that persists through decades of Cold War tension. Today, Hiroshima and Nagasaki have been rebuilt into thriving cities. The Peace Memorial Museum in Hiroshima preserves artifacts and testimonies. The Genbaku Dome, a building left standing in ruins, serves as a UNESCO World Heritage Site and reminder. Every August 6th and 9th, ceremonies honor the dead. Survivors share testimonies, warning future generations about nuclear weapons. The Hibakusha's message is clear. Nuclear weapons must never be used again. The debate about Truman's decision continues. Was it necessary? Were alternatives available? Would you have made the same choice? These questions have no simple answers. What's certain is that August 1945 changed human history. For the first time, humanity possessed the power to destroy itself. The question since has been whether we possess the wisdom not to. The atomic bombs ended World War II, the deadliest conflict in human history, claiming 70 to 85 million lives. But they began something potentially more dangerous, an era where human extinction is technologically possible. Hiroshima and Nagasaki stand as warnings. The Hibakusha's testimonies are gifts to future generations. Never again. Whether humanity heeds that warning remains to be seen.